knows where it's blowing. You created heaven and earth long before my birth. The entire universe keeps turning. You hold every child in your arms, like the sky full of stars, and they know who you are. I'm learning. Grace, I can feel it. Grace, I can feel it moving through my soul, promising you'll never let me go. Finally I see every moment has its reason, simply meant to be, like the turning of the season. You created all with your hands. I need not understand the invisible plan you're writing everywhere. Such infinite love, so much more than enough. It keeps lifting me up. I'm rising. We are held in the hands of grace, forever safe in the arms of love. Like a child receives protection from a mother's warm embrace, we are held in the hands of grace. We are held in the hands of grace, forever safe in the arms of love. Like a child receives protection from a mother's warm embrace, we are held in the hands of grace. We are held in the hands of
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Inspiration Cafe in Paoli, Pennsylvania, from which we are live streaming our morning celebration, in addition to having people here with us, because this is an in-person Sunday as well. And wherever you may be in the world, you're actually in person with us right now, because this is an expanded community. We are worldwide, and you are a very important part of our being together today. We are definitely an extended family. I'm Maxine Kay, and I'm thrilled to be the spiritual leader of this wonderful, beloved community. And here we teach and practice and learn and practice the principles of science of mind, which are life-changing, not only for ourselves, but for our families, our friends, our co-workers, our neighbors, and ultimately the world itself. So how good it is to have you with us, wherever in the world you may be right now, and wherever you may find yourself along the spiritual journey. We're all on a spiritual journey, and it's so much nicer to be walking this path together, isn't it? So we're so grateful that you chose to be with us today. We have music, we have prayer, we have meditation, we have a wonderful talk coming up, and we're just glad. We are absolutely delighted, over the moon, that you chose to spend this precious time with us today. Now, our community, the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living, is part of a global community, Centers for Spiritual Living, truly all over the world. And we have mission statements, we have vision statements, we have purpose statements. We are very much in alignment with the consciousness that is making a difference in our world. And we all join together in this. For instance, we have, there it is now. This is definitely our vision. Will you say with me, awakening humanity to its spiritual magnificence. Its spiritual magnificence. Let's just savor those words for a moment. Because you see, yes, we are all human, having human experiences, underlying the whole thing, since there's only one life, and it is God's life, and we were created from that life, we express it, and therefore the spirit that is the truth of us expresses itself in, through, and as our humanity, and that's kind of wonderful, isn't it? So as we become aware of how beautifully, spiritually magnificent we are, it's easy to look at other people and see God looking back at us. As we read, it is Jove nodding to Jove. And it's a wonderful awareness that we are beautifully human and so much more than that. And as we become aware of this ourselves, it's easy to begin to awaken other people to that truth. It's really that simple. And so we love applying this beautiful vision to our daily lives. We also have a mission statement. This tells us what we have decided we really are here to do. And so we are here to co-create a world that works for everyone. And to deepen and expand that, we say a world that works for all creatures, all sentient beings, the planet itself and all the planets themselves. A world that works. In other words, one where there is love and kindness and wisdom and fairness and plenty to eat and plenty of love and plenty of sense of well-being and prosperity for all. A world that works for everyone according to what their deep inner heart's true desires really are. And this is a possibility. We need to remember that, because indeed we are possibilitarians, aren't we? And that's why we love to focus upon our vision, our mission. And here in our beloved community many years ago, we came up with a purpose statement that we love to share. And I invite you to share it with us now. It goes like this: living, loving, learning, spirituality that works. And it does. And Ernest Holmes had in mind for this to be a universal philosophy that anybody could participate and utilize, no matter what they may call themselves, religiously or not religious at all. Isn't that wonderful? It's for everyone. And so we give thanks that we have the opportunity to be with you today. Thank you for being with us today. Now I'm going to call Reverend Mike up here because we're also going to be discussing one of the Declaration of Principles that Ernest Holmes wrote years ago. Hello, come on up here.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you may as well get used to the pulpit. You're going to be
Right.
up here after a while. And that is that Ernest Holmes was asked many years ago, probably close to 100 years ago, what it was that we believe. And so he put together what he titled What We Believe, which we now refer to as the Declaration of Principles. So we've chosen number 13 today. It's short and sweet and powerful. It goes like this. We believe in the control of conditions through the power of this mind. Oh, did you want to say something about that?
No, I was just enjoying with you.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, we believe. Truly, we believe. You know why we believe? Because we know it works.
That's true because we keep practicing it and finding the beautiful results. Now, it's interesting. Yesterday morning in Reverend Mike's book study on the science of mind, this question came up. We're on the 4th introductory chapter. That's how quickly we go through this book. What have you been doing it now for 14 years? No. And so it's a rich, every word is rich, every page is rich. And this was about conditions, and it had to do with how to use it. We're in that 4th chapter. And so we were talking about, do we really control conditions? Well, what we came to realize is that consciousness is first, and consciousness infuses the condition. So we're not changing the furniture out there. You know, in a sense, we're not really controlling conditions, but it turns out that as we change our consciousness, lo and behold, the conditions tend to change.
Correct. Absolutely.
That's it. He's the man of few words, but you just wait. That'll change in a few minutes. All right. Thank you so much. Let's have an opening song by Karen Drucker, and it is performed by the music team a few years ago, and it's wonderful to see this. It's called God is My Source.
Here we go. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Again, God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Love is my source. Love is my power. Love gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Love gives me everything I need. Joy is my source. Joy is my power. Joy gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Joy gives me everything I need. Peace is my source. Peace is my power. Peace gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Peace gives me everything I need. Back to God. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need. Last time. God gives me everything I need.
That's true. God gives us everything we need. Hey, kids, I want to talk to you for a little while. Okay, so the first thing that we do is we connect with the divine presence and the power that is within us. That's the first step in becoming our best self. And we're always in the process of becoming our best self. And then when we feel supported by this presence and inspired by that power, the next natural step is to want to make a difference in the world around us, in our lives, in our families, with our friends. and in the greater community. Now, I want to tell you about a young man. You may have already heard about him. His name is Dominic Pecora, known as Dom, D-O-M. He's from Berlin, and he was named one of Time Magazine's Kid of the Year. I'll tell you why. He wanted to make some money to buy a really fancy mountain bike. So what he did was he watched YouTubes on bike repair and became quite an expert repairer of bicycles. He got so good at it that with his mom's help, he set up a Facebook page called Dom Fixes Bikes. And he became so successful in this business, it just took off. And he then, with this great success he was having, he began giving away 120 bicycles to people who didn't have a bicycle. He was able to do that. Oh, by the way, he did buy his fancy mountain bike. And then he went on to making a difference in other people's lives, including donating bikes built for kids with special needs. He now has a repair shop, a bike repair shop in Malvern. And he said, I always wanted everyone to be able to ride a bike, no matter their financial abilities. You are all so talented. You don't need to have a bike shop, a bike repair shop, in order to bring your fabulous talents into your lives and into our lives and into the world. You are so caring. I know who you are. You're so connected to the presence, to spirit. And I really love the difference that you're making in this world. So let's continue to listen to spirit. What is mine to do today? How can I take this wonderful presence, this great life divine that exists within us all, and bring it out into the world and do something outrageously wonderful and make a difference in our lives and in other people's lives as well? I know you do, and I know you'll be thinking about it even more. Have a great rest of your Sunday, and we're going to be seeing you soon. Okay, very soon. Now I'd like to invite Suzanne Smithers to come up and talk to us about announcements.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I am so happy to be here with you today, wherever you are in the world. Let's talk about our next Sunday celebration in person. Is going to be here on September 1st. So we look forward to seeing you then, if you can make it. And I want to talk to you about how wonderful it was to get your input on our new gathering place. The United Church of Christ in Wayne is offering to rent their beautiful sanctuary to us for in-person gatherings on Thursday nights and possibly the fellowship hall on Sunday afternoons. The Thursday evening celebrations will be streamed, and the following Sunday, for those who are unable to attend, at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time, we'll be able to experience the Thursday night service on Sunday. For any of you who came to our winter solstice last year, that is where we're going to be having our celebrations, in that warm and welcoming facility, and we are looking so forward to seeing you there. Now, we have two great new Zoom Sunday classes. The first one is a discovery class. So I have a few questions for you. Do you love gathering with conscious, caring people in our center for discussions about our teaching? Would you enjoy reviewing the history and basics of the science of mind philosophy and discovering greater insights? Yes. Are you interested in becoming a member of the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living? Yes. Or would you like to get to know some very special people on a deeper level and discover what you have in common? Yes. Well, then join us on Zoom for 2 consecutive Sundays, September 22nd and 29th from 1 to 3 p.m. The second class is Change Your Thinking, Change Your Life. This is a 6-week course accredited with Centers for Spiritual Living and will begin on Tuesday, September 24th from 6:30 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time. This class is perfect for the beginning study of science of mind principles, as well as for long-time students ready for a deep review. It is considered a foundational course, meaning one of the requirements for those who are drawn to proceed into advanced classes. The 4 major areas of our human experience are dealt with in depth as we learn more about the use of the creative process. There will be a good deal of healthy interaction and practice in class, as well as interesting and growth-producing assignments during the week. Discovering and transforming limited subconscious patterns of belief free us to enjoy healthy relationships, flowing prosperity, radiant health, and increased creative expressions. What are you ready to experience by challenging your thinking? Let's enjoy the journey together. All the details are listed on our website. Just go to our website's events calendar or click on the links on our homepage pop-up screen. Our next full moon will be held on Tuesday, August 20th at 7 p.m. at my home in Collegeville, Pennsylvania. Our next Nibbles in New Thought discussion group will be held Monday, September 9th from 6:15 to 8:15 at TJ's Restaurant in Paoli. Well, that's it for today. I just enjoyed being with you, and I look forward to seeing you at our in-person events really soon.
I'm held in love, I'm held in peace. God is holding me with every breath, with every step. God is holding me. 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 I'm held in love, I'm held in peace. God is holding me with every breath, with every step. God is holding me. 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 God is holding me.
As we prepare for meditation, let's recall that all of this month we have been focusing on going deeply within, connecting so powerfully and peacefully with that source. And now we're prepared to take that divine energy and to utilize it in our lives. Unlike Don Quixote, who was said to have gotten on his horse and ridden off in all directions. We choose instead to deepen our focus and connect with the divine power and presence which lovingly guides us always. And so let's take a deep, holy breath of spirit and allow that beautiful prana, the chi, which is the breath of spirit itself, to move through our physical bodies, through our emotions, through our minds, and bring us into a harmonious balance where we are so deeply and lovingly, wisely, and constantly connected to Source that there is complete focus on the intention to let God be God in us, to be so aware of that loving, wise, and wonderful presence that there is no room in our consciousness for anything less than the truth. And the truth is that God is all there is, so very present within us all, always. And so in engaging with this precious Spirit, let us feel the peace and the power and the possibility. Truly, I of myself do nothing. It is the divine presence within. It is the infinite and eternal power of Source that works through each of us to bring about all that we pray about. And so we rest in the clear awareness that there is a beautiful movement of spirit throughout us, within us, moving us gently, clearly, and purposefully each moment into the world, knowing what is ours to do. And right now, what is ours to do is simply to be the authentic self, where we feel the wellspring of divine love and the flowing of infinite wisdom. There is a goodness that we can taste, experience on the deepest level ever. It is the precious presence itself. It is the light of the Christ that illuminates us. It is real. It is constant. It is kind and loving. It is bright, glorious. And so let us rest in that clear awareness that indeed there is God and nothing else. Feel ourselves so filled with this loving presence and this infinite guidance that we maintain our serenity and our confidence. Here, now, always, the presence, the power brings about the authentic self that we are. We maintain it with sweet gratitude, for all is well. All is well. Truly, truly all is well.
I've seen my share of struggle when I thought that I knew best. When I've sailed through a storm instead of stopping to rest. But it always seems the hardest when I've made up my stubborn mind. Well, I'm changing my ways this time. Wanna be like water coming down a mountain into shadowy canyons, flowing from pool to stream. Wanna be like water head uphill no more. I am bound for the sea. Have you ever seen an eagle head straight into the wind? He doesn't pick a fight, he spreads his wings and just gives in. And in the end he always makes it home just fine. Guess he knows that every storm subsides. Wanna be like water coming down a mountain into shadowy canyons, flowing from pool to stream. Wanna be like water, head uphill no more. I am bound for the sea. I'll let nature take its course. No more thinking that I know where this river's meant to go. I have railed against the stars for the cards that I've been dealt, for the lottery I've never won, for the heartache that I've felt. But it always seems when I let go of expectation and regret, life has plenty of surprises for me yet. I wanna be like water coming down a mountain into shadowy canyons, flowing from pool to stream. Wanna be like water, head uphill no more. I am bound for the sea. Wanna be like water coming down a mountain into shadowy canyons, flowing from pool to stream. Wanna be like water, head uphill no more. I am bound for the sea.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Sarah Funk. I am a licensed religious science practitioner for the Centers for Spiritual Living and the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living. Before I do the treatment today, I would like to read something from this book that I came across called Pathways for Being. It is selections from the Science of Mind magazine from 1927 to 1967. So I wanted to read, "All power is given unto me in heaven and in earth," said the great teacher. He had learned to let the hidden current bring him into a tremendous expression of life. He knew that there was but one power, and that power is God. He taught us that we too are supplied, nourished, yea, inspired in every endeavor by God to the degree that we are willing. He taught us that there is no separation between God and us, that we are the individualization of God. So I will do this treatment in the first person, and I invite you to take it for yourself if you so desire. Yes, knowing that I am an individualized expression of God, I move forward in my life filled to the brim with this love that lives within me and in each and every one. I know that right here and right now, I am that expression. I don't have to wait for it to come to me. It is me. This flows through me, much like Daniel Nahmad's "Be like water," letting it flow through, not stopping it, enjoying it, sharing it, being there for others, whether I am passing out a "You Matter" card or smiling to someone or holding the door for someone. It is God in expression at all times. And I am so filled with gratefulness that this is the truth of my being. So I move forward knowing that in each and every one of us is this wonderful power. I am grateful and thankful that this is the truth, and I release this treatment, knowing it is acted upon and done. And together we say, and so it is.
I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought I have the power to change my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought I have the power to change my life. And if you ask me who am I am wisdom, I am light, I am more than meets the eye, I cannot be defined. I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought I have the power to change my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought I have the power to change my life. And if you ask me what am I am beauty, I am joy, I am more than meets the eye, I cannot be defined. I am the thinker who thinks the thoughts that changes things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thoughts I have the power to change my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thoughts I have the power to change my life. I can choose to be the light that brightens someone's darkest night. I'm so much more than meets the eye, I cannot be defined. I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thoughts I have the power to change my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thoughts I have the power to change my life. I have the power to change my life. I have the power to change my life.
Okay, today's affirmation, please say it with me. I am filled with confidence in spirit and delight in conscious activity as I gratefully do what is mine to do.
Thank you, Sarah. And now, the piece de resistance. I am going to introduce to you someone you know and love, and so I'll just make it short. Please welcome, speaking on Now Let's Take It to the Streets, Reverend Mike Gerdes.
Thank you, Dr. Maxine. You know, we're really fortunate to have Dr. Maxine. I don't know how many people really understand how uniquely special and blessed we are to have her, but we are, truly. Well, my talk today is taking it to the streets, and over the course of the last day or so, I've been getting ready, Dr. Maxine and I have been getting ready to go on a trip to Chicago. I've got business there. It just coincides with something called the Democratic National Convention. Some of you may have heard of that. And it reminds me, back in 1968, for those of you who remember that far back, that's the last time there was a National Democratic Convention in Chicago, and that was not a happy affair. But you know what? I think things have changed a lot, and I'm grateful things have changed a lot. And one of the things that we get an opportunity to do today is to make the change of what we want to see. Now, in getting ready for our trip, you know, there's getting airline tickets and all that kind of stuff. But one of the things that's important to me is being grateful. Grateful for all the people that have allowed me to do this. People that all allow me to realize a closer contact with a higher power, a closer contact with the God of my understanding. So I think that moving ahead, while these are exciting times, I don't need to be worried about what's going to happen. I'm enthusiastic about what's going to be happening. As a matter of fact, what Dr. Maxine was saying and what I've been hearing all morning, it reminds me of a phrase that one of our speakers at Asilomar used to say, that she was filled with enthusiasm. Now, what enthusiasm meant, enthusiasm is knowing that God within you has something to do, has something to express, has something to be. God within all of us has that enthusiasm, has something to be, something to do, something to have. Question is, what's yours? I suggest one thing is to be real. Really real. Real as you can be, and then allow yourself to be real more than that. Allow yourself to be vulnerable. Allow yourself to tell the truth. Allow yourself to feel the pain. You know, it's when we get real with one another that we can move from wherever we've been to where we want to go. We can share our strength, hope, and appreciation of everybody that we meet and everybody we know, what we learned. But I understand that this change we're going through can be scary. And I think that today we find that there's people that are afraid to make any kind of changes, that want to go back the way things were, and there's people that want to drive things to where they could be. And there's different camps on both sides. This I do know. But if I allow myself to be guided and directed by Spirit, it works out okay. I don't have to worry about anything. I don't have to worry about the politic, who gets elected, who, all that kind of stuff. I do suggest that you register to vote, however. But I know the good is already assured. And I need not be concerned or overly worried about that. So, my message today is to be brave. Be brave. What are you looking at in your life right now that you're hesitating to do because you're afraid? Where's that fear coming from? You know, you've got God in your corner. You've got God supporting you. You've got God doing for you what you can't do for yourself. What the are you afraid of? That's explicative deleted, yeah. The other thing is, we don't hear this enough, is to tell the truth. The absolute, unvarnished truth. And demand that of people we're working with. Demand that of people we're talking to. Demand that of people that are wanting our votes. Tell the truth. And then have faith that our good is already assured. Because it is. We can take it to the streets, but to do that, we can't hide in a corner, even though it's comfortable to do that. I remember as a kid, I was one of those latchkey kids. And when somebody would come to the door, I was afraid who might be at the door, so I went in the closet and hid. I finally came out of the closet. Not that way. So what we need to do is be real. Ask ourselves, what is ours to do? And how do we know if it's something that God designs for us, that wants for us, that blesses us? Ask yourself, is it kind? That goes a long way. If I have an idea to do something and it's not a kind thing to do, I know it's not mine to do. Is it just? I saw a shirt somebody was wearing once that said, justice is peace made manifest. Am I working for justice? Am I working for peace? Am I working to support those that can't support themselves? They can't help themselves? We're called to have faith. The reason we can have faith is because we know there's a power for good in the universe that is greater than we are. And we've been gifted with the knowledge to be able to use it. Not just a fanciful idea, but we can demonstrate, and it's been demonstrated to us time and time again, that this works. Now it's up to us to work it. And if we're not working it, we have no reason to complain. No reason to complain. Although some of us might find a reason, we really have no reason to complain because we can take any situation we're in and make adjustment to deal with whatever the situation is and to move past it. And one of the nice things, too, about being in community with other people, and that's one of the reasons why we invite you to become a member of our spiritual community and become a member of our classes, is life is not something we do by ourselves. It's something we do together. And we're here to help one another move along God's path. Dr. Maxine's told us before that we're like an angel that's lost his wing. We need another angel to help us fly with one wing. I got corrected there. So don't just believe. Know you're good to be true. Know your power to be true, because that is the power in itself. And then share your good. The right action I take is power. And power is God. Got that? Power is God. Now, Dr. Holmes, on page 56 of the textbook, tells us, we are in the world and not, we are in the world and of it. And it is good that it is so. The world is all right when we view it correctly. Who knows what would happen if all men would speak the truth? It has never been tried. But let not the mouth of the profane hinder those who would enter, thereby keeping them from entering. The world has never known yet followed the simple ethics of Jesus, yet it is loud in its proclamation that it is Christian. Whether you're Christian, you're Buddhist, you're Muslim, Jewish, whatever flavor you are or unflavor you are, know that right where you are, God loves you. Spirit loves you. Spirit moves through you. And this Spirit has something to do with you to make this world a better place. To put it another way, you are God's means by having a good experience. You are actually here on a mission from God. So accept whatever that mission is, discover whatever that mission is, and then do it with enthusiasm. And so it is. Now, I have something to share with you. A very special guest speaker, guest star right now, is going to be singing a song for us.
Reverend Mike asked me to sing this because his last word of the talk was going to be brave. Okay? And so I have my thanks to Jana Stanfield for this and my apologies to her as well. What would I do if I knew that I could not fail? If I believed, would the wind always fill up my sail? How far would I go? Could I achieve? What could I achieve? Trusting the hero in me. If I were brave, I'd walk the razor's edge, where fools and dreamers dare to tread. I'd never lose faith, even when losing my way. What step would I take today if I were brave? What if we're all meant to do what we secretly dream? What would you ask if you knew you could have anything? Like the mighty oak sleeps in the heart of a seed, are there miracles in you and me? If I were brave, I'd walk the razor's edge. Fools and dreamers dare to tread. I'd never lose faith, even when losing my way. What step would I take today now that I'm brave? What step will I take today now that I'm brave?
Give her a hand.
Thank you. That was wonderful. Did you have?
That's a demonstration of bravery.
That's a demonstration of bravery. Thank you very much. Okay, let's all be brave. All right, now it's time for our celebration of prosperity. And I think since I'm standing here, I will have the privilege and the pleasure of beginning this. How good it is to take what our gift may be, to share it with enthusiasm, bravely, knowing that every good gift comes to us directly from the heart and the mind of God. And all of Reverend Mike's papers are hiding my check, but it's here somewhere. And in any case, this is a great opportunity to remember that as these gifts come from the divine, so it is our divine activity to celebrate, to share, to circulate the good that is given so freely and so generously all the time. And so I give thanks as we come together to speak our affirmation of prosperity. And I take my gift in my hand and give thanks that I have an opportunity to share it, however you choose to give. And thank you if you consider the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living as a close source of your spiritual food, and you choose to give to it in all those possible ways. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And now let's repeat our prosperity affirmation. I choose to celebrate my prosperity. Divine love blesses my gift. It is my acceptance of God as the source of my abundant supply. With joy and gratitude, I share my abundance with this center. In doing so, I am one with the law of circulation. My tithe goes forth to heal, to prosper, and to bless. It returns to me multiplied abundantly, and I am prospered, and so it is.
Am I strong enough to bear the burdens that sometimes come living this thing called life? Am I wise enough to make the right decisions when I'm standing at the fork in the road? Sometimes I wonder and ponder, only to realize I'm not alone, and there's nothing I have to do on my own, because I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, place where God shows up. Will I have enough to do the things I need to do to take care of myself? Will I have the health of mind and body to live a life of grace and wholeness? Sometimes I wonder and ponder, only to realize I'm not alone, and there's nothing I have to do on my own, because I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place.
I am the place where God
You
lives,
are the place.
moves and breathes and has
We
its
are the
being.
place
I am the place
where God shows up. I am the place.
I am the place where God
You are the
moves and
place.
breathes and has
We
its
are the
being.
place
I am the place
where God shows up. I want you to clap your hands and sing it with me. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up.
Eddie Watkins, can I have some more of that? Can we have some more of that? A little more? A little more.
I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up.
Eddie Watkins! Good job, brother. Outstanding. Eddie Watkins Jr.
Okay, gang, let's show our enthusiasm and take this to the street. We've got a teaching that goes beyond all others, and it is ours. So let's share it with the world, and so it is.
And so it is.
I close my eyes, I open my heart, I take a deep breath, let the healing start. I lift my hands, I plant my feet, I let love in, I feel the beat that's calling, calling, calling us to rise, rise, spirit rise up, rise in me. I ready my soul, I clear my mind, I'm here and now, in present time. I feel the power of I sing to you.
I sing to you.
You sing to me.
You sing to me.
Change up this noise. It makes me in harmony. Come and rise. Rise. Spirit, rise up. Rise in me. Oh, rise. Rise. Spirit, rise up. Rise in me. Rise in me. Heart to heart.
Heart to heart.
Hand in hand.
Hand in hand.
No turning back. Onward to promised land.
Do you feel the power of 1,000 suns lighting up the dark? Oh, we rise as one.
Love's calling,
Calling, calling, calling,
calling out your name. Love's calling.
calling, calling, calling.
That's why we came. Love's calling.
Calling, calling, calling out your name.
Love's calling.
Calling, calling, calling. That's why we came.
Come and rise. Rise. Spirit, rise up. Rise in me. Oh, rise. Come on and rise. Oh, Spirit, rise up. Rise in me. Rise up.
Rise up.
Yes. Rise up, yeah. Oh, come on and rise up. Come on, lift your hands up, jump. Reach for the sky, going up high, higher, yeah. Rise up, come on, raise your voices, shout. Love is alive, we're bringing the light brighter, brighter.